This one thing feeds cancer, remove it from your diet and starve cancer to death. A recent study conducted by a group of researchers at the University of California, San Francisco, has discovered that there is one ingredient found in many different types of food that contributes to more than 35 million deaths around the world, each year. These researchers have found that sugar can be the cause for many different health problems and diseases such as diabetes, metabolic syndrome, hyperglycemia, hypoglycemia, GERD, heart diseases, cancer, etc. A different study conducted by a group of experts at the Huntsman Cancer Institute in Utah, have found that sugar is one of the main causes for tumor appearance and development. This research was published in the Journal of Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. The famous Professor Dr. Don Ayer, a professor in the Department of Oncological Sciences at the University of Utah, has said that it's been known since 1923 that tumor cells use a lot more glucose than normal cells. So their research was conducted to discover how this process takes place and how to control or stop the tumor development. Different studies have shown that people who have high levels of glucose develop more cancers and that people who have cancer, and have the highest levels of glucose survive least. The link between sugar and cancer. We all know that our healthy cells need glucose, a form of sugar which is transformed into energy. And cancer cells can survive on simple carbohydrates, including those from refined sugars found in processed foods and sweets. So the name of the process when glucose is broken down to provide energy for the healthy cells is glycolysis. The healthy cells convert the glucose into pyruvate. This compound then passes into the power stations or mitochondria to be used in the presence of oxygen. But you should also know that the cancer cells need glucose as well, which they can make themselves. And unlike the healthy human cells, the cancer cells can convert their energy from glycolysis, without oxygen. This process is known by the name anaerobic glycolysis. This type of process creates waste products, which is a form of lactic acid. This type of lactic acid can be broken down by the liver. So this waste product goes from the cancer cells to the liver where it's broken down. The waste product of this process is glucose. This glucose goes back to feed the cancer cells and it forms a round cycle, which takes over the body in cancer. This means that when cancer cells have appeared in the human body, their existence relies on this round cycle, continual glucose availability in the blood for their growth and development. The healthy human cells can use other sources of food as well, fats. And the cancer cells are not able to metabolize and use significant amounts of fatty acids or ketone bodies. This is why cancer cells need sugar. You should know that refined and processed sugars are linked to cancer because of two reasons. First, they are potential cause of cancer, and second, processed sugars are the best food for cancer cells, once they appear in the human body. Many different nutritionists and health experts around the world claim that the most rational, effective, safe, necessary and inexpensive way to prevent and treat cancer is to cut off the supply of this type of food to tumors and cancer cells. They say that you should starve the cancer cells with a lack of processed sugar. This type of treatment for selective starvation of tumors by dietary modification, or also known by the name ketogenic diet, is one of the most important treatments. This treatment is extremely important and necessary for all cancer patients in order to beat cancer. So when we say that you need to eliminate sugar from your diet, most people would think that they should eliminate just foods that are filled with refined sugar, cakes, candies, cookies, etc. But you should also know that there's a whole list of healthy foods that also contain high amounts of sugar: cereals, whole wheat or whole grain breads, yogurt, low-calorie products, salad dressings, etc. We really hope you find this video helpful, and don't forget to share it with your friends and family. Thank you.